Good morning. How y'all doing? I'm doing good. This morning I'm going to read from the book of Ruth, and I hope this blesses y'all as I know it's going to bless me. So the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verse 1. And some of this gets some difficult names pronounced, but I'm going to do my best because I love reading the Bible. So I understand these names are going to keep me from reading the Bible. I'll do the best I can. So we'll put that in there. So the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled, and there was a famine in the land, and a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to the sojourn in the country of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons. And the name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife Naomi, and the name of his 2 sons was Mahlon, Chilion, Ephrathis, and of Bethlehem, Judah. And they came into the country of Moab, continued there. And Elimelech and Naomi's husband died, and she was left and her 2 sons, and they took them wives of the women of Moab. The name of the one was Ophrah, and the name of the other Ruth. As they dwelled there about 10 years, and Mahlon and Chilion died also, both of them, and the woman was left of her 2 sons and her husband. Then she arose with her daughters-in-law, and she might return from the country of Moab. For she had heard of the country of Moab, how that the Lord had visited the people and had given them bread. Wherefore she went forth out of the place where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-law with her, and they went on their way to return unto the land of Judah. And Naomi said unto her 2 daughters-in-law, Go, return each to her mother's house. The Lord deal kindly with you, as ye have dealt with the dead and with me. And the Lord grant you that ye may find rest each of you in the house of the husband. Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voice and wept. And they said unto her, Surely we will return with thee unto thy people. And Naomi said, Turn again, my daughters, why will you go with me? Are there yet any more sons in my womb, and that they may be your husband? And turn again, my daughters, go your way, for I am too old to have an husband. If I should say, I have a hope, if I should have an husband also tonight, and should also bear sons, would ye tarry for them till they were grown? Would ye say, Stay for them from having husbands? Nay, my daughters, for it grieveth me much for your sakes, that the hand of the Lord is gone out against me. And they lifted up their voice and wept again, and Ophrah kissed her mother-in-law, and Ruth clave unto her. And she said, Behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back into her people and unto her gods. Return thou after thy sister-in-law. And Ruth said, Entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee. For whether thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God. Where thou diest, I will die, and there will I be buried. Verse 15. And she said, Behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people and her gods. Return thou after thy sister-in-law. And Ruth said, Entreat me not to leave thee, or return from following after thee. For whether thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God. Where thou diest, I will die, and there will I be buried. The Lord does so too much, and more also, if aught but death part thee and me. Verse 18. When she saw that she was steadfastly minded to go with her, then she left speaking unto her. So they 2 went unto thy came to Bethlehem. And it came to pass, when they were come to Bethlehem, that all the city was moved about them. And they said, Is this Naomi? And she said unto them, Call me not Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty hath dealt very bitterly with me, and I will out full, and the Lord hath brought me home again empty. Why then call ye me Naomi, seeing the Lord hath testified against me, and the Almighty hath afflicted me? So Naomi returned, and Ruth the Moabitess, her daughter-in-law, with her, which returned out of the country of Moab. And they came to Bethlehem in the beginning of the barley harvest. And chapter 2, verse 1, and Naomi had a kinsman of her husband's, a mighty man of wealth and family of Elimelech, and his name was Boaz. And Ruth, the Moabitess, said unto Naomi, let me now go to the field and clean ears of corn after him, in whose sight I shall find grace. And she said unto her, go, my daughter. And she went and came and cleaned in the field after the reapers, and her hap was to light on a part of the field belonging unto Boaz, who was of the kindred of Elimelech. And behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem and said unto reapers, the Lord be with you. And they answered him, the Lord bless thee. And then said Boaz unto his servant that was set over the reapers, whose damsels is this? And the servant that was set over the reapers answered and said, is the Moabitish damsel, and came back with Naomi out of the country of Moab. And she said, I pray you, let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. So she came and hath continued even from the morning until now, that she tarried a little in the house. And then said Boaz unto Ruth, hearest thou not, my daughter, go not to the clean in another field, neither go from hence, but abide here fast by my maidens. Let thine eyes be on the field that they do reap, and go thou after them. Have I not charged the young men that they shall not touch thee? And when thou artist, go unto the vessels and drink of that which the young men have drawn. Then she fell on her face and bowed herself to the ground, and said unto him, why have I found grace in thine eyes, and thou shouldest take knowledge of me, seeing I am a stranger? And Boaz answered and said unto her, it hath fully been showed me all that thou hast done unto thy mother-in-law since the death of thine husband, and how thou hast left thy father and thy mother in the land of the nativity, and art come unto a people which thou knowest not. Heretofore the Lord recompense thy work, and full reward be given thee of the Lord God of Israel, under whose wings thou art come to trust. And then she said, let me find favor in thy sight, my Lord, for that thou hast comforted me, and for that thou hast spoken friendly unto thine handmaid. Though I be not like unto one of thine handmaids. And Boaz said unto her at mealtime, come thou hither, and eat of the bread, and dip thy morsel in the vinegar. She sat beside the reapers, and he reached her parched corn, and she did eat, and was surfised, and left. And when she was risen up to glean, Boaz commanded his young men, saying, let her glean even among the sheaves, and reproach her not, and let fall also some of the handfuls of produce for her, and leave them that she may glean them, and rebuke her not. So she gleaned in the field until even, and beat out that she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley. And she took it up, and went into the city, and her mother-in-law saw what she had gleaned, and she brought forth and gave to her that she had reserved after she was surfised. And her mother-in-law said unto her, where hast thou gleaned today? And where wrongest thou? Blessed be he that did take knowledge of thee. And she shewed her mother-in-law with whom she had brought, and she said, the man's name with him I brought today is Boaz. And Naomi said unto her daughter-in-law, blessed be of the Lord, who hath not left off his kindness to the living and to the dead. And Naomi said unto her, the man is near of kin also unto us, one of our next kinsmen. And Ruth the Moabitess said, he said unto me also, thou shalt keep fast by my young men until they have ended all my harvest. And Naomi said unto Ruth, her daughter-in-law, it is good, my daughter, that thou go out with the maidens, that they meet thee not in any other field. So she kept fast by the maidens of Boaz to clean unto the end of barley harvest and wet wheat harvest, and dwelt with her mother-in-law. Chapter 3, verse 1. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, my daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? And now is not Boaz of our kindred with those maidens thou waste? Behold, the wind with barley tonight in the threshing floor wash thyself thereof, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and get thee down to the floor, but make not thyself known unto the man, till he shall have done eating and drinking. And it shall be, when he lieth down, and thou shalt mark the place where he shall lie, and thou shalt go in and uncover his feet, and lay there down, and he will tell thee what thou shalt do. And she said unto her, All that thou sayest unto me I will do. And she went down on the floor, and did according to all that her mother-in-law bade her. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of corn. And she came softly and uncovered his feet, and laid her down. And it came to pass at midnight that the man was afraid, and turned himself, and beheld a woman lay at his feet. And he said, Who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thine handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thy handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman. And he said, Blessed be thou, a Lord, my daughter, for thou hast shewed more kindness in the latter and in than at the beginning, inasmuch as thee followest not young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, fear not, I will do to thee all that thou requirest, for all the city or my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman. And now it is true that I am thy near kinsman, howbeit there is a king's man nearer than I. Tarry this night, and it shall be in the morning that I, if he will perform unto thee the part of kinsman, will let him do the kinsman part. But if he will not do the part of kinsman to thee, then I will do the part of the kinsman to thee. As the Lord liveth, lie down unto the morning. And she lay at his feet until the morning, and she rose up before one could know another. And he said, Let it not be known that a woman came into the floor. Also he said, Bring the veil that thou hast upon thee, and hold it. And when she held it, he measured 6 measures of barley, and laid it on her, and she went into the city. And when she came to her mother-in-law, she said, Who art thou, my daughter? And she told her all that the man had done to her. And she said, These 6 measures of barley gave he me, for he said to me, Go not empty unto thy mother-in-law. Then she said, Sit still, my daughter, until thou know how the matter will fall. For the man will not be in the rest until that he have finished the thing this day. Chapter 4, verse 1. Then went Boaz up to the gate, and set him down there. And behold, the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, Oh, such a one, turn aside, sit down here. And he turned aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city, and said, Sit ye down here. And they sat down. And he said unto the kinsman, Naomi, that is come again out of the country of Moab, selling a parcel of land which was our brother Elimelech. And I thought to devise thee, saying, Buy it before the inhabitants and before the elders of my people. And if thou wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me, that I may know, for there is none to redeem it beside thee, and I am after thee. And he said, I will redeem it. Then said Boaz, What day you buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. And the kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I marry mine own inheritance. Redeem thou my right to thyself, for I cannot redeem it. Now this was this manner in former time in Israel concerning redeeming the concerning changing. For to confirm all things, a man plucked of his shoe, he gave it to his neighbor, and this was a testimony in Israel. Therefore the kinsman said unto Boaz, Buy it for thee. So he drew off his shoe, and Boaz said unto the elders and unto the people, Ye are witnesses this day that I have bought all this was Elimelech's, and all that was Chilion's and Mahlon's of the hand of Naomi. Moreover, Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise up thy name of the dead upon his inheritance, that the name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren, and from the gate of his place. Ye are witnesses this day. And all the people that were in the gate and the elders said, We are witnesses. The Lord make thee woman that is come into thine house like Rachel and like Leah, which two did build the house of Israel, and did thou worthy in Ephrathah, and the famous in Bethlehem. and let thy house be like the house of Perez, whom Tamar bare unto Judah, of the seed which the Lord shall give thee of this young woman. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. And when he went into her, the Lord gave her conception, and she bare a son. And the woman said unto Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, that his name may be that his name may be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, and nourisher of thine old age. For thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee than 7 sons, hath borne him. And Naomi took the child, and laid it in her bosom, and became nurse unto it. And the woman her neighbors gave it a name, saying, There is a son born to Naomi, and they called his name Obed, and he is the father of Jesse, the father of David. Now these are the generations of Pharez. Pharez begat Haran, and Hezron begat Ram, and Ram begat Hammondab, and Hammondab begat Nahshon, and Nahshon begat Solomon, and Solomon begat Boaz, and Boaz begat Obed, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat David. Wow, there's the book of Ruth. Ruth was an amazing woman. The book of Ruth, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 chapters, and hope this blessed y'all as I know it blessed me, and y'all have a blessed day. Thank y'all.